Hello everybody, welcome back to this other episode of Basic Concepts. I don't know, I think it's the 13th. You can see that I changed environment. I'm in Berlin now, and I'm gonna do today, I hope, all of them. I'm gonna finish them. I know was not that consistent with them because I actually did a lot actual trading instead of doing these videos and doing everything. You can see here today's trade. But today, as you've seen by the titles, we're gonna talk about standard deviation, which is a thing that not everyone and everybody's paying attention to. I don't actually use them that much, but it could kind of give you a rough indication of what that is, and of course you can take it. A lot of traders use them. For example, AvaTrade use them. So what are they? So let's do a usual example. Let's say we are in this market, okay? So we are accumulating, okay, in this range. So again, power of 3, and we manipulate to the downside. We manipulate to some sort of gaps. We manipulate to some sort of higher time frame liquidity. So we do kind of those things, okay? And let's say you wanna maybe or maybe this is the manipulation, okay? Or let's do first this example. So we are accumulating, we manipulate down, and then we go higher, okay? This is the usual model, power of 3 and everything. How the standard deviation can help us? The standard deviation can say and can help us when to know where the move, so the distribution move, will stop. So if you use your Fibonacci tool, you can have all of these options and you can put standard deviations. What are the standard deviations? -1, -1.5, and the most important ones are -2 and -2.5. Also -1.5, I should put it red because it's also useful, but between -2 and -2.5 is where usually the moves could stop. Not of course always. And -4 could be the highest extension that the move could go. So as you can see here in this case, we mark out from high to low this manipulation, and we can kind of see where it's going. Okay, this is a random example on a chart. I'm gonna try to find one after, but you can kind of see where kind of this move, the distribution, could end. So a lot of traders, what they do, this is not my model, but I'm gonna explain it. If you also have some sort of higher time frame liquidity here, or a gap, or something around the 2 and 2.5, you can use it as an entry to go down. Again, I don't use that a lot. I just want to explain to you what is the concept. But this could also be nice because after this big of a move, price has to retrace. Price needs to rebalance to gaps, needs to do that. So you kind of have a rough indication of where price could go. So you can kind of use them maybe for your TP if you want to maybe aim for higher TPs and everything. So you can kind of align them. These concepts all work together. They're not one alone. And this could be an example. Another example could be that this here, let's say that this was the manipulation to take those highs here, and this was the distribution. So again, you can take the manipulation. You have to just take the manipulation leg, okay? Not from here, but just the manipulation leg. You can kind of see where price could go, okay? So here. Let's try, so around here, if you have a gap or a liquidity some sort of here, this could be a zone, an area where price could reverse. So let's jump in today. I think it could work. Today we're close to all-time highs, so it's not that easy. If we go, this works on every time frame, of course, it's a bit higher. So if we can take maybe in the 5-minute here, this was a range, and we can take this as the manipulation. So this candle here as the manipulation move. You can say and look, okay, this candle here, the 5-minute, is the manipulation. Price, where it could stop? Around here, okay. So also price was all-time high, but then price distribute. And you see at the 1.5 also, the bodies respected this standard deviation. You could also go to 2 and 2.5. The difference is that at all-time highs, we don't have anything on the left, and so it could be very difficult. let's go on Thursday example. This could have seen as the manipulation move. It's a bigger one, so the bigger it is, the less effective could be, because the bigger the manipulation, it's very difficult then to retrace a standard deviation that it's makes sense. They're shouting there. So this is kind of the thing. It's not a thing that I use a lot. Okay, so again here, if you can see this as the manipulation leg, this again kind of stops at 1.5, almost there. Again, I'm saying this because we're all-time high, so cannot apply maybe that well during these conditions, but that's the basic concept of it. Okay, so standard deviation, again, said it one last time, can give you an indication where price could stop and where price could reverse, or where price could just react a bit, could just rebalance. So in this case, in this example here, could just then go and hit the 1.5 or the 2 with some sort of course or gap of liquidity there, and then it can rebalance again using the Fibonacci tools. You can see here can rebalance to 0.5, 0.OTE. So maybe here there is a gap, or there is an order block, there is some sort of anything, and then price can go again back down. Okay, so this is of course, as always, ideal conditions. Doesn't always apply to this. Just a bonus adding for today's example, today's trade. I kind of was looking for a standard deviation here where price could stop. Okay, so if you want to see here, this was maybe, I think, the 5-minute candle I used. I was like, okay, I just want to kind of know where price will stop after getting to all-time highs. And here, it respected very well the 1.5 standard deviation. So this is a nice thing you could add. Again here, today's price, I don't want to do a trade recap of today. We left equal highs here. We inversed this gap, and then that was very nice. We respected the first presented. That's a very good trade. I just taken with the Tradify accounts, not with the Apex ones. I have 8 accounts on Apex, 850Ks and free on Tradify, so it's a lot. I've been getting good results to now, so I hope that continues. But you can see here, in this case today, I thought about standard deviation with price here, where this rally could stop, and where we can kind of see a bit maybe of a reversal or something. So I hope that this short explanation could be useful. I hope you can maybe get interested more in standard deviation and look maybe some other videos that go more in detail. Again, this is not that necessary for my strategy, for the thing I use, but it's a good plus. It's an easy thing to keep in mind when you can see it, of course, with experience. So thank you for listening to this video, for this episode of the basic concepts. I'm really excited to then go into the advanced ones and to have longer videos. Yes, they could be boring, but they're very useful, and of course that's all the things I learned and brought me to where I am now, and brought me maybe to the future, could be even more. And so of course, when I started searching and looking for videos, I wish I would have had kind of this. So yeah, if you have any question, you can drop in the comments, and I will try to answer and do my best to do that. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.